I'm like, was I supposed to like prepare this? Like, I'm just confused. I don't know what to do. Yeah, let's talk about it. Today we have a very fat matcha because I'm about to hop on the onboarding call for me to become a client of my own agency. And I am going to be sharing the entire process. Should be tea. Was that what the kids say? So the first phase to getting started is, of course, onboarding. So I have my own set of tasks for sharing all my assets, organizing all my assets, and really helping inform the strategy, which obviously I'm going to be more involved with because that's what I would actually do if I was actually a client. And then on my team side of things, they're going to essentially finalize the strategy that I've already kind of brain dumped and put together. And they are going to get started with my video mood board, my posting plan, content ideas, edits, everything. So on this call, we're really going over that strategy, going over initial content ideas for that first month of content, what our goals and objectives are, and just gonna be brainstorming all the ideas we have for content. So I'm very excited. I think it'd be really cool to see like in 30, 60, 90 days, like where we are after consistent content on both of our social channels, because it's not only for my personal brand, Shine with Natasha, but also for the agency account, since I really haven't done anything with that. So that'll be literally starting from zero. So I guess let's go hop on the call. So normally when we're doing onboarding with one of our clients, they complete a form where we get to know their brand, they share all their assets, their goals, like everything like that. Since I kind of already know that process, and of course my team already kind of knows the brand, I essentially put together a document where I answered all of those onboarding questions to really get us started with the strategy call, so we're not essentially starting from scratch. I feel like the thing that is the most important for anchoring the onboarding strategy that's being created is getting really specific with the goals that you have and really the vision that you have for your content. Because even if you're delegating to experts that are going to bring their own ideas to the table, it's really, really important that you have a clear vision for your brand as the CEO, as the visionary. And that's really where the magic happens, is when that collaboration is at the forefront of how you get started working together. This is like the weirdest call of like my entire life. I'm like, was I supposed to like prepare this? Like, I'm just confused. I don't know what to do.
I started putting some stuff together. So like based on your brain dump, I started to pull together our traditional content strategy doc, specific goals for monthly management. I don't know if you have anything.
Yeah, I mean, I think these are really the big ones. A lot of people don't know that I have the agency still. Like, I still get that as a question. So I think just overall awareness for Shine Studio and how it fits into my brand. And of course we can test, like use it as a testing grounds for testing new ideas, new types of videos, new types of edits. I'd say overall, like I really just want people like commenting and saving and sharing and interacting with the influx of new content. Cool, I'm excited. I can't believe it's happening. It's gonna be good. I'm excited. Cool. Bye, y'all. So with all this consistent content in motion, I knew I needed to give people a next step to take beyond just watching my videos. That's why I host my digital products and courses in Teachable. It gives my audience an opportunity to learn from me in a deeper way, and it gives me and my team a clear call to action to drive people to. Inside Teachable, I've set up my DIY Your Signature video series workshop, which teaches the exact framework I've used for my own content, but also for my clients. So I can easily share it as the call to action in my videos, set up a DM automation going right to the checkout page, or add it as a link in my link in bio. So it means the content that we're creating is actually leading to an ROI for my business. And what I love about Teachable is it makes it so easy for you to package up your knowledge into an offer. So whether it's a course, a workshop, a digital download, or even coaching, Teachable has all the tools built right into it. Landing pages, payments, and even analytics. So you can focus on helping your audience and diversifying your income streams. And you do not need a big following to get started. What really matters is giving people that next step that they're asking for. So I've teamed up with Teachable to give my community a free 30-day trial. All you need to do is follow the link in the description to start your free trial and get started on your product. Good morning. Today is my content day. So I have 3 things on my to-do for the day. The first thing is actually having to do with my first month of content being a Shine Studio client. So the first thing is I have a few creative briefs that were sent my way. So essentially, content either goes 2 ways when we're working with our clients. It either goes directly to our content specialist to start editing. Maybe we were repurposing, maybe we got everything we need from our client on the call. Maybe they already have content that's filmed, so they go right into editing. Or there's the situation where we would actually request content with a creative brief. So in the creative brief, it has like an overview of like the direction of the video, how to start it, what to film, what notes to share. So sometimes I'm going to be filming content like the 4 talking videos and voiceovers that I'm going to be doing today, or I'm just providing notes. So my expertise is really shining through whatever content is created. So I'm going to crank those out. Those shouldn't take me too long. And then I am going to get right into actually filming YouTube videos to get ahead. So I'm going to be recording 2 YouTube videos in my one-on-one series, which should already be live on the channel if you want to watch that playlist. And then that is going to be a wrap on my content day. So off-brand to be drinking coffee and that matcha. But like the matcha shortage is really affecting my supply. So like sometimes you gotta pivot. Sometimes you have to pivot. So one thing that I'm actually shifting in my workflow is, when at all possible, recording directly into Descript, whether it's my YouTube videos that we're maybe pulling clips for, or pulling from the transcript for, or just like pulling anything from my YouTube videos, but also for the talking videos and the voiceovers that I'm gonna be working with, because Descript is actually the editing tool that we use in the agency. So it not only makes it easy for my team to access everything, it honestly makes it pretty easy for me because I don't have to like upload anything. Like it automatically just boom, drops it into Descript, has a transcript, everything, and it's easy to share. To do that, there's a few different ways, but I think I'm going to use my DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and then I'm going to use one of my DJI mics. I do really like my mini mics. I do really love, they're just cute if we're being, and the audio is really crispy. So I'm going to essentially connect my mic to my camera, and then I'm going to connect my camera into my computer using a USB-C, and then that'll essentially make it my webcam in Descript. So yeah, I guess let's get right into it. Okay, so we gotta have a little bit of an honesty moment because yeah, let's talk about it. So I just had my lunch break. By the way, if you are a Costco person, these slap so hard. Oh, I was just thinking about my content day morning that I had. If you're scuttling, it's my animals. It is definitely my animals. We have a Roo. Hello. We have a Road who really, like, 10 out of 10 would really prefer I throw my tripod away. But if I'm being honest, I sat down with all the best intentions to film the content that was requested by me, of me from my team. And I just had lots of big feelings and lots of big emotions. It could be me getting back into my short form content bag. It could be I just have big feelings and content amplifies big feelings. But I just was sitting down and like my brain was like, we are not recording, like was just not feeling it at all. And I just feel like it's important to acknowledge like this happens to even people that create content a lot like myself. And so instead of forcing it, I pivoted. I turned some of them into carousels and I did voiceovers for the rest, which is honestly a go-to thing for our clients too, of like, if you can't do a talking video, just do a voiceover. And I feel like this really rings home why investing in support with your content can be a total game changer, because recording the content is one thing, but then to have to go and finalize and edit and create all of the content afterwards, it's like, that's why things don't happen sometimes, right? And this is obviously something we want to do and provide for our clients of like, hey, like you're taking a summer break, you won't have any high lift content that you have to do. Or hey, how much content do you actually have the capacity to like record for us? Or oh, like you can only do notes. And so I was able to do that with myself of like, I can show up by giving notes. I can show up by doing a voiceover. I don't want to do talking head right now. And really where I'm getting with this ramble and tamble is like, I had to meet myself where I was this morning instead of judging myself and throwing in the towel completely. And I'm just so grateful that I have the support and like I'm now becoming a client because I'm now done. Like I'm wiping my hands clean and can focus on other things. And I don't have to focus on the entire rest of the content production Hey girls. Hello. Do you guys want to say hi to the internet? Hello. My name is Rutabaga. My name is Road. This is not a toy. Okay, so now the game plan is to have a little break. So I had my lunch break. I'm gonna go walk outside with the girls, and then we are going to get back into creating content. So I just have to do a few more notes, and then I'm done with all my September stuff for my team to essentially take on the rest. And then I am gonna record for YouTube. Oh my, come. Sweet potatoes. Tons of watermelons. How freaking cute are they? Rue, come. Root, come. Shh. Hey, shh. Come. Let's go. Yay. Okay, we are all set up for YouTube. Have my 2 panel lights. We have my Osmo recording, and I have it hooked up directly into Descript. And here is the script, and here is my outline to help me record everything. Okay, so a bit of an update. Everything in blue is passed over to the team and either has notes, voiceovers, things like that. Everything in the purple are pending because I either have like a YouTube video or an event that I'm going to be doing. So it's like a little bit more in real time. And then, yeah, as you can see, we're already starting to work towards October. Okay, so I am actually wrapping up my workday a little early, which love that. I recorded 2 YouTube videos and I did all of the things I need to do for September content, notes, voiceovers, pretty much good to go. Also added some extra ideas for October, so probably be working on that soon, but I'm excited to see all the content and how all the edits and everything are gonna look. So we did it. The first few pieces of content are being posted, and it has been so fun to see ideas that I've been a part of or content that I filmed and like contributed to, but then to actually see like the edited final product on my Instagram. And I feel like my community's really been loving all the fun edits that we've been doing, and even something as small as me doing like a reintroduction video, which it's been a year. It's been more than a year. It's been years, which this is your reminder if you're watching this, do a reintroduction video. You can definitely watch mine pinned to my Instagram for kind of some inspiration to kind of jazz it up. But something as small as like updating my pins and starting to repurpose more of the content that I have, because I have so many gems that I just like did not have the capacity to post on my own. And also just being consistent. I feel like I've already seen the results of people saying like, I'm seeing your content again, and I'm seeing more engagement in my own content, which I definitely can do a follow-up video on if you'd like to see. But in terms of what's next, I feel like getting into the flow of things is like phase 1, which is really what this whole vlog was about. Phase 2 is we're actually doing a content day next month, which I know y'all love when I talk about content days whenever I've vlogged it in the past. So definitely let me know in the comments if you'd like me to vlog doing a content day for myself, because my goal is to batch content into 2026. I was about to say 2027. I'm like too far ahead of myself. I hope you found this vlog interesting, and don't forget that the call to action that you drive your content towards is everything in your strategy. That's why I love using Teachable to host my products. It is the tool that literally helped me launch my first course. And you can try Teachable out for yourself with a free 30-day trial to get started with creating your own courses, digital products, or even coaching services. I'll leave the details to start your free trial in the description. And if you want to learn more about how I have so much B-roll content for my team to use, I highly recommend watching my one-on-one series next.